Hey friends, welcome into my Makeup Love office. So today's tutorial is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do a lot more talking and a lot less demonstrating, but I hope you'll find it helpful. I've been thinking this month about a lot of common complaints, problems, issues that I hear women my age bring up when they're talking about makeup and skincare. Now I'm talking about women in their 50s and 60s. When we hit those ages, our skin starts to lose a lot of collagen. And that's what causes those beautiful wrinkles and creases and fine lines and the skin sagging. And that means that it's time for us to make some changes in our makeup and skincare routines. A lot of women say, I've been using the same product for years. I've always loved it. It's always given me great results. My skin always looked great. I had a flawless finish. I thought I looked super. And then all of a sudden we hit those 50s and 60s and we say, I'm not loving this anymore. It's not giving me the results I want. What's wrong? Have they changed the product? Maybe, Revlon changed their formulation. No, the thing is, ladies, it's not the companies that changed their products. I mean, they might have, but more likely it's our skin that has changed and we've aged and things are reacting differently now on our face. So we have to start making some changes too. That frustration of feeling like things that have always worked before suddenly aren't working, that's a common complaint that I hear all the time. And so I wanted to talk about that a little bit today. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples. It's time to start thinking about using not just different brands, but different types of products. For example, I always loved liquid foundation. I used it for years. It gave me the look that I wanted. I got great coverage from it. It didn't feel heavy. I thought it looked great. I got a great match with my skin tone. I was perfectly happy until I hit those mid 50s. And all of a sudden I was getting this chalky look, this cakey look that suddenly wasn't so attractive. A lot of times when we hit these ages and we lose that collagen in our skin starts to get really dry. I don't know if you've noticed, I've become like the Sahara. My skin is super dry now and liquid foundation just isn't the best choice for me anymore. Not a liquid foundation. I have found better results from either a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer. Not only does tinted moisturizer put more moisture back into my skin, but it's a little bit less coverage, which I know when we get to be this age, we think, oh my gosh, I've got all these wrinkles and fine lines and creases and I've got to cover them up. You can't cover them up. And the problem is when we try to do that, we actually make it look worse instead of making it look better. So I have found that a tinted moisturizer is a little bit thinner. It adds more moisture to my skin, which helps with the dryness and helps get rid of that flaky dead skin look and that cakey look. And it still gives me good coverage. I mean, this one is the Nude Looks line from Celeste, and it's buildable. So you can put on one coat, one layer of it. And if you feel like you need a little bit more coverage, you can add a little bit more to the areas where you feel like you need a little bit more. So I feel like I get a really good result from this, much more so than my old favorite liquid foundation. Another example, setting powder. I used setting powder for years. I loved it. It did a great job of keeping my makeup on my face, not on my hands or, melting off midday and when the summer, when it's super hot and I'm sweaty, and suddenly my foundation would come, smearing off of my face because I was hot. I found that setting powder really helped my makeup stay put, kind of like hairspray for your face. However, as I aged, setting powder started to settle in those fine lines and creases and didn't look so great by midday. It was starting to clump inside the wrinkles and fine lines and those, crow's feet. Not the best look. I have gotten much better results from using a setting spray or what some people call a fixative. It is like hairspray for your face. So by giving just a quick spritz of this all over my face instead of setting powder, I get the same result. Everything stays put. Everything stays sealed in. It's not going to come off. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to slide off my face midday, but it won't settle in those creases because it's a spray instead of a powder. Same thing when it comes to my blush. I used to love a powder blush. This was my favorite color for years, wore it for years, swore by it, until I started to get these little creases right in here. And I put my blush right here up into towards my temple. It started to settle into these little lines right here. Again, not such a great look. And then I discovered that a cream blush, one of these little roll-ups that you can just apply straight to your face, or you can apply it to the brush and then put it on. Yeah, this doesn't migrate. It doesn't settle. It doesn't move. So it's a much better choice for my aging skin. So if you're frustrated, if frustration is the name of your game right now, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, these products just aren't working for me anymore, maybe it's time you took a look at some different types of products, not necessarily a different brand. If you are a Celeste fan like I am and you've loved it for years, there's no need to change brands. You can stick with your favorite brand, maybe just a different type of blush or foundation or setting product. So if you are interested in hearing more about this, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, because these are issues that I address all the time in my videos. So if you enjoyed this, I hope you'll give it a like and a share. Stick around because there's more to come. As always, I appreciate you being here. Until next time, see ya.